Y'all killing me with this.
So now we're going to jump into these KSI and Logan Paul time codes, and then we're going to end it on that. This was a very, very interesting episode because KSI just recently released this, like, quote unquote hit single that he had. I think it was called, what was it called? It had like the gayest fucking name for a song. The Thick of It. It was The Thick of It. He released a song called The Thick of It. It was like, from the screen to the pen to the ring to the king, I'm a and we can't play it because this guy is copyrighting people like a motherfucker. I'm talking Ethan Klein getting fucking copyrighted reacting to it. All the other creators getting copyright strike reacting to it. And KSI is sitting there online like defending himself out the ass because every single person has something bad to say about this goddamn song. And I listened to it. It was trash. This shit was trash. So nothing good there. And he is getting pissed. He's reacting to people. He's talking shit to people. He's copyrighting people's channels. He's doing the whole nine, right? And then they start talking about it on this episode. Now, that's one interesting point about it. The other interesting point, I won't do this to you. I'm baked, so I'm going to sit here and ramble on about it. Let's just get into the goddamn time codes, right? You don't want to listen to me just go on about the whole goddamn thing, do you?
JJ, why are you wearing the pants that an astronaut would wear if they go to the moon?
Just leave.
Fucking roasted. Right out the rip on the intro. Big Mike sitting there tearing apart KSI's goddamn clothes because now that KSI thinks that he's like this, yo, I'm a big artist now, mate. I'm a real big artist now in the music scene, mate. So he wants to start dressing like a goddamn fool. And Big Mike sees this, starts roasting the shit out of him right away. Watch this.
JJ, why are you wearing the pants that an astronaut would wear if they go to the moon?
Just leave me alone, bro. I'm just better than you.
How dare
You've got mozzarella sticks on your shirt, bro.
mozzarella sticks?
Tell me that's not ironic as fuck. Big Mike coming in, roasting the shit out of KSI right from the rip. This guy's wearing a t-shirt that legitimately has a plate of mozzarella sticks with a dipping cup of marinara sauce, says mozzarella sticks on the top of the shit in nice fancy letters. If that's not the pot calling the kettle black, I do not know what is.
You love your graphic tees.
Dude, are you serious? What, you don't like cheese?
I mean, I do like cheese.
Fried
Cheese is
cheese?
good. Fried cheese is fantastic.
Can I ask a question?
Hit me.
How exactly do you like your cheese?
Oh, that's right.
Drippy, bro.
How long can we keep doing it?
Bro,
Look it. You see Mike? This is going to play into some time codes in a second. You see Mike, how he's all about this Lunchly box, right? That's because in one of the more recent episodes, Logan ended up surprising Mike at the end of the episode saying, yo, dog, you know, we got this Lunchly thing going on, man. I want you to be part of it. I'm about to give you 0.0000001% in the company. Right? And Big Mike's like, hell yes, that's going to equal out to like tens of thousands of dollars a year. I'm in. He's like, thank you, Logan. Thank you so much. Logan's like, now, remember, it's going to be a very, very small percentage. Like, practically nothing. But you could put your name on it. You know, that's like the kind of shit that's happening. And Big Mike, you see, he's getting real comfortable with that Lunchly box. Because now he's like technically a part owner, right? And this is something that's going to play into this shit right now. Listen to this. They talk about this whole KSI song coming out, right? And then they bring up Mike's stake in Lunchly.
How does it feel being a co-owner of Lunchly?
So
I
good.
gave
yeah, you actually gave him percentage.
So
Yeah,
good. I'm going to
crazy.
eat some right now, dude.
Well, not a fool.
Look, it's so good. I'm going to eat some right now, bro. He's going to do like a burger review, but on this Lunchly shit, right? Watch. And he's so into... He wants to kiss the ass so bad, right? Because he wants that percentage to go up. He wants Logan to like see that he's like really dedicated to the brand, man. He wants him to see how dedicated he is to the brand. And then maybe Logan will like up my percentage a little bit as like a birthday present. You know, that's the kind of shit, right? That you because Mike is an addict. Don't forget. So he's got the mind of an addict, and he's about to show his dedication and loyalty to the brand after Logan brings up this very small percentage that he owns in the company now.
Owner of Lunchly.
So
I
good.
gave
Yeah, you actually gave him percentage.
So
yeah.
good. I'm going to eat some right now, dude.
Well, not a full percentage, you know. Like,
Oh,
We haven't discussed the actual amount yet.
yeah, well, I
something tells me-
haven't.
something
I haven't
tells-
let him know, but
Something tells me it's going to be big.
nah. I've made it very clear it's going to be so minor.
You see how fucking Logan looks at his friend? You see that? That's a shiesty dude right there. To be wanting to, knock his friend down a couple pegs like that live on air after doing something so generous for him, or at least he thinks it's generous. This guy's giving him like shekels, comparatively speaking. Now, once again, it is in all honesty, it is a nice thing for Logan to do because Mike literally has nothing to do with the fucking product. Like, if that was me, I would be like, hey, man, just kick rocks, man. You're lucky I even got you on the goddamn show, okay? So let's not get crazy here. So right away, Logan's like, it's a very small percentage. Mike's like, well, we haven't discussed it yet. We haven't had it on paper. Something tells me I might be able to schmooze you into a little bit more, So let's not solidify this just yet. You haven't even watched me eat the Lunchly yet. Wait until Big Mike is sitting in his head like, no, Logan, hold on. Wait until you see me eat the Lunchly first. Then we'll start talking percentages.
Let him know, but
Something tells me it's going to be big.
nah. I've made it very clear it's going to be so minor. But it's anyways. Welcome back to the United States.
Yeah,
How
good
you
to be
feeling?
here.
Tired?
You know what? I'm actually all right. Not too bad.
Listen.
Slept well today.
Listen.
Or last night.
What's it like?
Look, he's eating. He's trying to show Logan. He's trying to show Logan right now. He's like, I'm so dedicated, brother. I'm so dedicated. All this drippy cheese and the mold on it, that don't mean nothing to me, man. As a matter of fact, I rate this burger a 10 out of 10. And he's crunching that shit into the microphone. And they're all wearing headphones. He knows what he's doing. He's like going into the microphone. He's like, basically those chews, every single crunch that goes into the microphone might as well be Big Mike saying, Logan, can you please make that percentage a little bit bigger? Please? Can you do that for me, Logan? Can you make that percentage just a little bit bigger? Every single chew, he might as well be saying that. Okay? Watch this guy.
Well today. Or last night.
What's it like?
What?
Look, Logan can't even concentrate. This guy's chewing so goddamn hard into the mic.
And action. What's it like being a #1 selling artist?
What? I mean, I'm not, but I felt it's weird. It's weird. Like, I'm doing well. Like, the song's doing well.
I'm in the thick of it.
Yep.
every
Yep.
single day.
Everyone. Yep.
Okay, when I fin-
Yep.
From the screen to
The ring to the pen to the
I've
king.
been stuck in my head.
Everyone loves it.
Everyone loves it, he said. Everyone loves it. Go on Twitter right now. Type in KSI Thick of It song. Watch every single reaction you get on that shit. Everyone's talking about how lame it is, man. And rightfully so, because it's coming from KSI. I don't even care. I will stay biased on this one point. Anything coming from him, Logan Paul, or Mr. Beast should not be trusted. That's just the way it is with me. In my book, that's the way it is. Now, he's lying to you. He's lying to you, saying that everyone loves a song. Nobody likes a song. And he's going to continue to lie to you about how he coped with all of this criticism.
Everyone loves
They
it.
love it. They
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like, this is a good time for me to tell everyone that I'm actually not pissed. Like, I'm not mad.
Hold on. There's a much better.
This guy is saying he's not mad. He's not mad. Dude, you should see the reactions. Dude, this guy copyright striking the fuck out of people, bro. As a YouTuber, I've said this on the show before. You don't do that as a YouTuber. He's tweeting out people, getting in fights with people to the point to where, like, the Paul brothers are sitting there texting each other like, yo, is KSI all right? Jake Paul doesn't even like KSI. Jake Paul is sitting there texting Logan like, yo, is your boy okay? He's like fucking crashing out online. This guy wants to sit there and lie to you and say that he's not mad about it.
Not pissed. Like, I'm not mad.
Hold on. There's a much better way to do this.
Okay.
Yeah, that was so underwhelming.
Okay.
What?
Nah.
Bro, hold on. You didn't set him up right either.
No, I didn't know he was going to just unveil
pulled
it.
off was
See?
one of
And now what you're listening to right there is this is the type of conversation that would be happening like before the cameras turn on. They go, hey, you guys want to like work in anything? You want to talk about anything a certain way? We could make you like, we could like set you up to like talk about your song. And then we could make it like a big reveal that you being mad online was all just a marketing ploy. See, people like this will do this to cope with the fact that what they made was not good to the eyes of the public. So when you make something like this, when you write a song, you put so much work into it. Even if you have someone produce the beat, you're like putting in the work on the lyrics, you're putting in the work on trying to sing it, get the timing right. You want to make sure that you hit up this note like this at the pre-chorus, and then once the drop hits, you're singing it just like this. Like, it might not be backbreaking work, but it still takes work to put it together, whether it's good or bad. So usually when the person who's behind that work puts it in, they take pride in it. And they have a different lens on what it is, comparatively speaking, to the rest of the world. They think that it's good. They're always going to think nobody thinks their child is ugly. That's the way that it is. It's the same concept, right? So he sat there and he defended his creation to the bone, to the point where he was fucking with people's monetization, their money. And he felt that strongly about it. But now everyone's making fun of him for that. They're making fun of the way that he's handling himself online. So now KSI has to sit there at home and think, oi, mate, how am I going to get myself out of this one? I'm really in the thick of it, man, mate. This shit is bananas. The way all I'm trying to do is defend my song, man. And everyone online sitting there real crazy. You know, they're getting real crazy out there. So he's probably talking to a publicist. He's like, oi, mate, we got to make this go away. How are we going to do that, mate? And this guy's probably like, oh, well, you could just tell, like, let's just say it was a marketing tactic. Let's say that we wanted to defend it so that everyone would hate on it more, and then more people would listen to it to become a #1 hit. Listen, man, you can't ironically listen to the shit everywhere, you know? If you got all those views like that, right? If you pumped up those numbers, those are ghost numbers then. It might be a hit. What happens when you go on tour to perform it and nobody shows up? Because most of those views, most of those hits were people talking shit. You perpetuating the hate of your song. That's not going to work out for you in the long term, my friend. And so this is all just a cope. He's just coping with all of this criticism. And this is how he's doing it, by saying, I'm not mad.
It's not going to be doing as well as it is now. Like, yeah, it might, go up and, do.
Well, that's
crazy amount of streams.
that's the
but then it's just going to fall off the face of the earth the next week.
Well, that's the thing about attention and views is like they're objective. Like the statement you just made is subject. Like any song can be good or not good depending on the person you ask, right?
That's true.
Scoreboard. Like views are views. With all of the attention around the rollout, I don't know if enough attention was given to the song itself. So I do want to ask you about some of these lyrics. I don't know nothing about no ice. I'm just cold. Have you thought about maybe putting on another layer of clothing?
Look at that. Now Mike wants to sit there. You're trying to tell me everyone likes a song. If Big Mike is sitting there making fun of the lyrics of your goddamn song, you got a problem. That guy thinks everything is good. So if he's sitting there talking shit about it, you got a problem. But let's not forget, KSI is not the only shithead in this room. Logan has just been controversy after controversy throughout his whole time online, right? And when you get famous, like super young, like Logan did, it's like you get dissociated from the world in a way like no other. It's like almost like you've never grown up in the real world. You've been it's like someone who's been insanely rich their entire life. Like, yes, it exists. Your riches and wealth and your whole ecosystem exists in the real world, but it's not a majority of the real world, which is where the rest of us happen to live. So you get someone like Logan. They have that kind of dissociation from the world. That doesn't really make a good recipe for like a well-rounded adult, you know? Doesn't make for a good person 9 times out of 10. And you come to think, has Logan just always been this shitty of a person? And he said this one thing on the podcast that made me truly believe, yes, he is. He always has been. Listen to the way that he betrayed one of his close friends when they were younger. And this is a big one.
When I was coming up on Vine, there was another kid at our school who was coming up on Vine, and I tweeted at him. I was like, referring to me, Jake, and him. I was like, if one of us gets Vine famous, we need to make sure we all get Vine famous. And we just left that motherfucker.
Listen to that, dude. They left this guy. This kid. Could you imagine being one of the 3 amigos? And one of the guys, he hits it big. Of course he's going to take his brother and leaves you in the goddamn dust. What happened to that pact? You know? And this is the craziest thing about it. What would it have taken to bring your friend along with you? If you end up getting that famous, you could just have this guy like in the background of the video, and he would get followers off of that. It would take nothing. You could have him say like a one line in like a 3 million view video. That's it. This guy's social media career is made. After that, you could actually just set him free and be like, go do your own solo shit. You got a following now, right? That would have taken nothing to actually go through with that promise. Instead, even as a child, even as a kid growing up and into this social media economy, Logan still knew that the best way to get ahead is to backstab, cheat, and steal. Even at a young age, he knew that. You think that this guy is up to any good? If he's been doing that shit his entire life, and he says it with this smile on his face, you think this guy's any good? You think he's any different than who that kid was back in that time? He's not. And he's always going to be that person. That's why I wanted to show this to you. We had to document this.
He's older. He's in his 60s.
When I was coming up on Vine, there was another kid at our school who was coming up on Vine, and I tweeted at him. I was like, referring to me, Jake, and him. I was like, if one of us gets Vine famous, we need to make sure we all get Vine famous. And we just left that motherfucker in the dust. In the dust, bro. He still tweets at me to this day. He's like, bro, what happened to this?
Look, he still tweets at this guy to this day. They're laughing at this poor dude on this podcast right now. They're laughing at him. How many people you think are going to see this? How many people you think are going to see this? They're fucking degrading this guy who they promised. And they're fucking laughing about it. That is some fucking cold-hearted shit.
In the dust, bro. He still tweets at me to this day. He's like, bro, what happened to this text? I'm like, bro, I don't know. You didn't want it. He didn't make Vines. What's his name? Oh man, I guess that's
Well, so okay.
Look, and then if Logan would have remembered, he would have fucking doxed him. Tell me that is not wild, bro. That is the wildest shit. Like, I'm telling you, if you're over the age of like 13 and you're actually a fan of this guy, you got some issues. You got to do some shit with yourself, because this is not the way. Nobody should be buying anything off this guy, buying any Bitcoins that he's promoting, any primes, any other. This is not the type of person that you want to do business with unless you're a businessman. Then this is the type of person that you definitely want to do business with. Someone who's going to lie, cheat, steal, and backstab people just like you. Isn't that some shit? Isn't that just about the greatest thing that you've ever fucking heard?
And hold my fart like a bong rip.